Okay, Monday, 19th of May, 2025. So Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Money Monday, Bitcoin and everything else. Bitcoin is equals gold plus teleportation. Very interesting little statement that I picked up in a podcast recently, the past few days, and there was a little throwaway comment somewhere in it that just said that Bitcoin equals gold plus teleportation, and that little equation ties together a nice handful of things with regards to the first principles on understanding Bitcoin, and from a sense of technology and schemas, as in other things that we understand and relate to. So we take a lot of the ideas about gold with regards to store value, because gold preserves our purchasing power, our wealth, you could say, through time, but not space. Meaning it over time, but it's hard to move it around physically. A kilometer there, 1,000 miles over there, things like that. And teleportation, in a sense of instant settlement and able to zap it around the world like that. Very interesting. So interestingly, I think it was in the Bitcoin white paper that Satoshi Nakamoto himself described Bitcoin as, imagine, a grey metal that had all the properties of gold, but was dematerialized. Inadvertently, it became a Noah asset. I did a video about that a month or so ago. But it became dematerialized, and it's all online. It's native to the internet. It's just built on the internet, on top of and only for the internet. And some people even then say that there's no use case of Bitcoin. There's no reason to have it. There's no utility behind it. But that's actually the whole point, because it was built around decentralization and security. And you could say that use case, like what gold has, is stripped away, so there's no market distraction, market distortion, or premium. There's all the industrial use, and there's a premium on top of that. It's just pure monetary unit. You could even go one step further to say it's pristine collateral. And that's the teleportation side of it. Able to move this store of value and purchasing power around the world, and it's because it is censorship resistant by default. No third party can handle or stop your transaction. Is arguably instantaneous. But we can go one step further. And there's an interesting difference between confirmation and approved. In the world we live in, transactions will be approved. Approved and then take T plus transaction plus 1 or 2 or 3 days to settle. This is why when you pay off a credit card, it takes a while for that payment to appear on the statement. Or vice versa. When you put a transaction on the credit card, it takes a day or 2 or 3 for final settlement. But Bitcoin's final settlement is T plus 1 hour. It's that whole concept of having those 6 confirmations, because the more confirmations the more confirmations that your transaction has on the blockchain, as in your transaction is here, and it's the current block now is 10 blocks, 20 blocks. That means it's exponentially more secure on the blockchain, so that confirmation, that transaction of yours, will not be undone. That's powerful. So really, then you could say it's final. It is final settlement as well as an asset itself. There's the teleportation. Instantaneous, and it's all physical. It's all digital, built on top of the internet itself, native. And then people say it's a store of value and it's digital gold. Yes, it is in some ways, and other things. But because that teleportation principles and first principles and features, technologies built in by default, it is both. Bitcoin is money you can own, money you can spend, apolitical, decentralized, has a fixed supply, and is censorship resistant. Powerful things. And because the network, because the technology itself is stripped away of all third-party risk, there's no CEO that can be arrested, the whole thing collapses, or an office that can be raided by the police and the whole thing collapses. There's no one central point of attack or failure. And that's powerful to understand. That is very, very powerful. Quite important as well. And therefore it's a paradigm shift. Gold plus teleportation. Powerful, powerful stuff. It's one of those things worth understanding fundamentally. Yeah. And as I always say to people, ask AI, what are the 10 first principles of Bitcoin? 10 first principles of Bitcoin. Because to understand that fundamentally, Bitcoin is maths. Bitcoin is maths. To go even deeper, you could say Bitcoin is maths, physics, in a sense atoms, there's that gold and teleportation, and computer science, code. But fundamentally it's maths. Bitcoin, we don't change Bitcoin. It's too decentralized. Bitcoin changes us. We have to adapt to it. And an interesting way to look at Bitcoin and to understand it is gold plus teleportation. All the attributes of gold, the store of value, nice, when in doubt, zoom out. It transports value through time and space. Bitcoin, gold transports value, purchasing power, hedge against inflation. Through time, over hundreds of years and thousands of years, but not space. It's hard to move a ton of gold, 10,000 pounds worth of gold, a kilometre, or 1,000 kilometres that way. But fiat, pounds, notes, dollars, euros, it transports value through space. It's easy to carry. Or a credit card, easy to carry, very lightweight, but not through time. Bitcoin is both time and space. And fiat doesn't do through time, meaning inflates away. The half-life of the fiat, how long it takes the purchasing power to decrease by 50%, well, it depends on the current inflation rate. Some will be in decades, some will be measured in decades, some will be measured in hours and days. It really depends. But Bitcoin is gold plus teleportation. Nice little throwaway comment I saw on a podcast recently. Very interesting. But otherwise, Adrian's Daily Vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.